Now, the experience with the Touratech iBracket haven't all been positive in the past 3 years with this motorcycle. If you want to know what I think about it, stay tuned. What's up, my biker friends, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the Touratech iBracket, the phone mount for your motorcycle. Now, I've had this phone mount mounted to the bike almost since day one, so I've had it for 3 years now. I almost put 50,000 kilometers on it. This isn't the first phone I have, this is actually the second one because the first one broke. I'll get to that in a minute. So I'm going to talk to you about the installation, my experience with the phone mount in the past 3 years, and if I actually can recommend it or if I would buy it myself again after having used it now for 3 years. Now let's talk about why I decided for the Touratech iBracket in the first place. Now, one of the things I wanted the phone mount to do is actually be able to fit a phone charger. Now, I used to charge my phone with a cable that would just plug into the side and then connect the USB cable to some kind of power outlet on the motorcycle. Now, I wanted to build a wireless charging setup, and there's only certain phone brackets that will allow you to do this. Now, the phone bracket from Touratech is one of them. The other option would have been the RAM mount, you know, the one with the clamps in it, in order to fit a charging pad under the phone. Just do a little do-it-yourself wireless phone charging setup. Now, the wireless phone charging setup is really easy to do. It's just basically a phone charging pad that you can buy off of Amazon. It doesn't cost much. It's somewhere in the range of 60 euros I paid. Couple of Velcro strips, and then you place it under the phone in the phone charging setup. So that worked really well. Now, there's some phone mount systems that are on the market now that you need a special case for your phone. Didn't want to, you know, put my phone in a different case every time I got motorcycle riding. I wanted a phone mount that I could use with the case that I have. I have a special case that allows wireless charging in my car, and it is a magnetic connection to the wireless charger in the car. So that little thin carbon case has little metal strips that work with the magnet of the phone charger in the car. So I didn't want to remove that every time I was putting the phone on the bike. Now, when it comes to the installation, it's actually quite simple. It's just a couple of screws that you have to put in. It's not really hard to do. I used another SW-Motech mount to actually bring the phone up a little bit, because otherwise my tank bag would obstruct the view onto the phone. But overall, the installation is relatively easy to do. It takes just a few minutes to install the phone bracket. Now, the experience over the past 3 years has been quite mixed. It actually works well when it works well. You know, having these little rubber strips there, it keeps the phone safely in place, which is great. The only thing that you have to pay attention to is that actually the phone bracket fits your phone. So if you change phones a lot, at least in size, you may need a new phone bracket. There's other systems that are easier, like the RAM mounts, that could probably work with different phone sizes, but this particular one only works on a particular phone size. So if you keep changing your phones around, you have to keep that in mind. But it keeps the phone securely in place, even by its default. Now, I've crashed the bike a few times off-road. I have the phone in there all the time. No issues with that. That worked really great. Now, the thing that I had an issue with was actually the mechanism to open the clamps on the side. You know, the rum is pulling it together, and when you open it up, it pushes against the force of the rubber and opens it up so you can take the phone out. Now, that little mechanism got dirty just from road riding. That was before I even started riding off-road with this motorcycle. And somehow the mechanism didn't move. I was trying to clean it up. It just got stuck, and you know, after filling enough with it, I just decided to throw it out and buy a new phone mount. I wasn't quite sure if I was going to get the Touratech again, because I was so annoyed by the fact that it would actually get dirty and would not work after just 1.5 years of use with the phone mount. But I couldn't find anything better. I like this one, so I bought this again. And now, after 1 year of heavy off-road riding in very dusty conditions, somehow it still works. So maybe I was just unlucky and it didn't really work so well. I had to clean this a few times, just use some sort of canned air and spray out the dust particles, oil it a little bit, but then you're good to go. So no problems with the Touratech phone mount so far. So when it comes to my recommendation, and would I buy it again personally for myself? Yes, I would. And now that I've seen that this unit is holding up for 1.5 years without giving me any troubles whatsoever, I can actually recommend this phone mount. And it would be a good phone mount by itself, but especially because you can convert it so easily with a couple of Velcro strips and a 16 euro wireless charger to a wireless phone mount. For that reason, this is my favorite phone mount for a motorcycle right now. Guys, if you have any experience with this particular format or any other format that you like, please put that in the description. I'd be very interested to hear what you have to say. If you found this in any way useful, smash that like button. If you aren't already, please subscribe to the channel, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, ride safe and stay awesome.
Blah, blah, blah.